Famous books which were rejected more than 10 times. Writing a book is a difficult task, so we'd like to give a shout out to all the aspiring writers out there who are just about to quit due to few rejections. Don't give up just yet. You'll be shocked to know how many famous books and writers went through multiple rejections. So take a break from beating yourself up about that most recent rejection letter, and check this list of famous books that were initially rejected. Have you been rejected 100 times yet? We don't think so. Because you'll be amazed by end of the video knowing the numbers. But before we find out these inspirational numbers, make sure you subscribe to our channel and turn on this notification bell to see all the updates from the roadside. Number 10. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. Rejected 12 times. Harry Potter almost didn't see the light of day, until one publisher's 8-year-old daughter found the first chapter and begged her father to get his hands on the rest of the story. Clever girl. This book sold over 120 million copies. Number 9. Twilight by Stephanie Meyer. Rejected 14 times. Then unknown, Twilight author Stephanie Meyer struggled to find representation for her manuscript, which was rejected by 14 agents. They were Team Jacob, obviously. This book sold over 100 million copies. Number 8. The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank. Rejected 15 times. Unbelievably, one publisher wrote of Anne Frank's incredible record of her life in hiding from the Nazis. The girl doesn't, it seems to me, have a special perception or feeling which would lift that book above the curiosity level. Wow. This book sold approximately over 30 million copies. Number 7. Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Rejected 20 times. According to references, one of Golding's rejection letters read, "An absurd and uninteresting fantasy which was rubbish and dull." Tell that to every high school English class reading list in the US. This book sold approximately over 25 million copies only in English language. Number 6. Dubliners by James Joyce. Rejected 22 times. The road to publication for James Joyce was long and hard due to the threat of obscenity charges at the time. Nearly all of his publishers asked him to rewrite large portions of Dubliners, a portrait of the artist as a young man, and his novel Ulysses was eventually banned and had to be smuggled into the United States. Joyce wrote one editor about the obscenity issues with Dubliners, "I have written my book with considerable care, in spite of 100 difficulties, and in accordance with what I understand to be the classical tradition of my art." Number 5. Carrie by Stephen King. Rejected 30 times. One rejection letter read, "We are not interested in science fiction which deals with negative utopias. They do not sell. LOL." This book sold over 350 million copies. Number 4. Gone with the Wind by Margaret Mitchell. Rejected 38 times. Despite dozens of rejections, Margaret Mitchell's sweeping Civil War epic went on to win the Pulitzer Prize in 1937, and became one of the most famous, top-grossing films of all time. This book sold over 2 million copies till 1939. Number 3. John Crow's Devil by Marlon James. Rejected 78 times. Marlon James, winner of this year's Man Booker Prize for A Brief History of Seven Killings, told the BBC he almost gave up writing after his first novel was rejected nearly 80 times. "I did give it up. I actually destroyed the manuscript. I even went on my friends' computers and erased it." Thankfully he later recovered the text by searching through his emails on an old computer. Number 2. Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance by Robert M. Persig. Rejected 121 times. After being rejected a whopping 121 times, the editor who finally decided to take a chance on Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance later said, "It forced me to decide what I was in publishing for." This book sold over 5 million copies. Number 1. Chicken Soup for the Soul by Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. Rejected 144 times. The book was rejected a whopping 144 times, and after every big publisher in New York had turned them down, it was given to Peter Visco, the owner of HCI, a small Florida-based health and wellness publisher. He loved the motivational short stories included in the book and agreed to publish it. This book sold over 500 million copies. Many might mistake rejection for failure. The way I see it though, rejection is merely a storm in the passing. The optimist in me would like to think of rejection as the stimulant that helps you develop the necessary thick skin and confident attitude while still keeping you grounded. It's time that you stop questioning your talent and sanity over one setback. Reach out for help, learn from your mentors and their competitors and from those who came before them. From the billions out there, if this video has inspired even a single person out there, do let us know in comment section below. If you found this video interesting, give us a like and share it with your friend who wants you to look at rejection any differently. Don't forget to subscribe to The Roadside for more videos.